Okay, spider friends, this is a quick video on how your comic can get messed up inside the CGC case without the CGC case itself sustaining any damage. I just did an unboxing video for this comic, and in that video, at the 9-minute mark, I start to say that for a second there I thought it was miscut, and then I correct myself and I say, oh, it's just sitting a little crooked in the case, and I go on with the video. But as soon as I cut the camera, I started inspecting the case around the edges and stuff for any evidence of tampering, mainly due to an experience I had once before buying a CGC comic that had been messed with right around the label area. So as a rule, I always check them now. So I was inspecting it and whatnot, and as I was coming around in this spot, in that area where the comic, because I've moved it since then, I held it like this, and I tapped it on my hand to get it to come back down, because it was sitting crooked like this, up and over like that, to where this corner was up, had gone pretty far up like that. And as I was looking at the edges, that's when I really took a closer look at where it had gone up. And as you can see, it was jammed apparently in shipping. I mean, it's the only way it could have happened, because I did the unboxing video on, I recorded it, so it wasn't me that dropped it. Or, well, I didn't drop it in the video, and I didn't drop it when I picked it up off the porch and brought it into my house and set it on this table right here. So it was the mailman, or the mail carriers, and the throwers and all that one of them did it. Anyways, it went up this way so far and so hard that it jammed up inside that inner well piece right here, that little lip right there. It went underneath it, because you know that inner well is 2 layers, and that lip is you know, the way it's molded, that inner lip is like only on one side. Y'all, if you've ever taken one of these out of the case, you know what I'm saying. So the comic itself was jammed between this side of the plastic and the other side underneath that lip. So not only did it dent it on that little corner there, but it was, and crease it along that whole edge right there, where this lip is right there, and then this whole edge inside the inner well, that's where the dent obviously came from, that corner, and then that whole edge made that crease. So it did that, but also it was jammed up so hard, and like I said, underneath it, in between the 2 pieces of plastic, that it bent the pages themselves downward also. So roughly a quarter of the pages or so are also bent, not just the cover, because this cover is cut flush, you know, with the pages. There's no overhang, so yeah, so that's not an overhang crease you're looking at. That's an entire comic, like bend and crease, dent, whatever you want to call it, and it's about 1.5 inches long. So I would say this 8.0 has been downgraded in shipping to at least a 7.5, maybe a 7, considering the length of that crease and the fact that the pages are bent also. So yep. And the seller, I told him I would keep it if he gave me a partial refund. And so I would have been cool with it if I hadn't have paid. I would have been cool with keeping it if I hadn't, you know, paid as much as I had. But he didn't go for it. He just wanted to do a full refund, so that's cool. I mean, at least I'll get my money back. That's fine. But what he said was, well, as long as the case isn't cracked, I'll take it back. So I kind of get the idea that he doesn't plan on resubmitting this and getting a new grade put on it. So if you're looking for this comic and you see that serial number, don't buy it. It's not an 8.0 anymore. And that defect was not there when it was submitted. So watch out for that. Just a friendly warning. I'm not trying to bash the guy, and I could be wrong. He may crack it open, he may get it pressed, he may resubmit it, I don't know. But just a friendly warning. Anyways, that's that. So that's just a new and interesting way that the USPS can mess up your comics. Live and learn. Peace out.